Hello Aries, how are you? This is going to be your general love relationship reading for the first half of October. During your meditation, I actually got really excited to do this reading. I just felt this, I don't know how to describe it. It's the feeling you get when you're kind of first talking to someone, and that newness, that excitement, that, infatuation, attraction. I was feeling that, so I don't know if you are dealing with a new person or your relationship is taking a step forward, but I thought it was really a really good energy. Also, I felt really itchy during the pre-shuffle. Meditation started getting itchy just randomly, but mostly on the top of my head, so my crown chakra. So I do think that there is some sort of spiritual awakening going on. And then after I pulled your cards, I am convinced that it's exactly what's going on, which is really exciting, and that could be tied into the energy that I was feeling earlier, that newness, that, almost passionate kind of going for it. Also, in the pre-shuffle, the Eight of Wands kept popping out over and over and over again. And in the Sacred Geometry deck, the Healing card kept popping out over and over again. So just really interesting. The Eight of Wands could indicate fast movement. It could be quick communication. Maybe it's quick communication between you and your person, or quick communication between you and Source. Maybe that goes along with the spiritual awakening, the itchy top of my head, crown chakra. And I swear I don't have allergies or anything right now, but I just, felt really itchy. All right, let's get into it. Aries, this is going to be you. This is going to be your person over here. We have the situation, what's crossing the situation, the outcome, and some cards of advice. So I'm going to go ahead and jump right in with yours. These two cards, I have two cards for your overall energy. Just keep in mind, this is a general reading. It's not going to resonate with everyone. And the way I pull cards, it's not an exact number. It just kind of whatever pops out during the shuffle is what I take, and I, wait for that confirmation from Spirit that I'm finished. So things are a little unbalanced, but that's fine. So for the first one for you, let's focus here, camera. There we go. We have remembrance. The frequency of remembrance supports our memory of everything that we have gone through as a soul and body, providing us with valuable information and tools to flow gracefully with and in this life. We also have integration. The frequency of integration supports our embrace of every aspect of ourselves, allowing what we perceive as positive and what we perceive as negative to harmonize in a balanced symphony of life. Aries, these are two really powerful cards. Remembrance and integration. I'm going to start with integration because I feel like this, I'm going to work backwards a little bit here. Integration, it's finding a balance between your masculine and your feminine energies. It's really about integrating yourself spiritually in with your physical body. And then remembrance is almost as we evolve as humans, we're able to access past life knowledge. And it's interesting that both of these cards came out because it's almost as if they are those two energies are working together to bring you into alignment with your highest good and to essentially bring you into ascension, which is really, really powerful. I believe what these two cards represent here is a spiritual awakening for you, Aries. That's really powerful. I wouldn't be surprised if you started to have more psychic abilities right now, if your intuition is sharpening and you're able to read situations better, read people, know what you want, understand what it is you need to do in order to achieve those things that you want that are in alignment with a much bigger plan. It's really powerful. We have love is all around you. There's love everywhere all the time. Simply acknowledge this as truth. And then we also have I love you. Aries, are you in love? Maybe you are. Maybe this speaks of a self-love. I think this is a reminder, this card specifically, is a reminder that there is love around you, and maybe sometimes it's easy to get distracted and not notice that. Maybe you need to practice telling yourself I love you. But maybe this is you having to recognize your love for someone else and be open to receiving love from them in return. Do you feel maybe that you're kind of closed off to love? You're not fully open to accepting and receiving it because you are going through your own stuff right now? Maybe you don't feel deserving of it? Maybe you're going through some growing pains and you don't feel that you're in a place to accept it. We have rejuvenating rain. Cleanse the past, heal the present. Oh, clear the past. Kind of the same as cleansing though. And for some reason, this card does give me an energy of cleansing. Maybe it's the water. I think what this is about is having to go into your baggage and figure out what wasn't working for you, what is not aligned with your highest good, and trying to make a conscious effort to change that. You have the Hermit, the Five of Swords, Page of Cups, Two of Cups, the Queen of Pentacles. Aries, this is really exciting. So the Hermit, I think you, sorry guys, I think you've actually been going through this. I mean, we did just, like, within the last week, get out of Virgo season, which is the Hermit, which is all about going inside, reflecting, it's gaining insight. This could be your spiritual awakening. Perhaps you've gone inside to connect with Source so that you can ascend. Maybe you have been doing this to clear the past, heal the present. Five of Swords. This is selfishness. It's kind of like a victory, but not necessarily one that was won with integrity. Perhaps there was a situation that you were doing this, you were behaving this way. It's weird that it follows the Hermit though. Maybe this signifies that you were being selfish and taking some time to reflect and gain insight, and maybe that caused some conflicts in your relationship. Then you have the Page of Cups. She is confident. She is coming with her cup of love, emotions. Two of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles. Maybe you're dealing with an earth sign. The Two of Cups is, for me as a reader, is a soulmate. I do believe that this is, a divine connection, a deep soulmate connection. And then the Queen of Pentacles she is a stable queen. She's very motherly and nurturing, and perhaps this is who you're going after. Now, in tarot, nothing is gender specific, so this Queen of Pentacles doesn't have to be a feminine person. It could definitely be someone who's masculine, but this is just the energy. Someone who's very nurturing and takes care of things and is stable and loving, and maybe that's what you're moving towards. Maybe that inner reflection has kind of guided you towards this person that you're dealing with now. Now, for your person, they have compassion. The frequency of compassion supports our ability to stand by others without judgment and be the divine mediator between heaven and earth, spirit and matter, so that unconditional love can flow from source through our heart and into the world. Maybe this is your person having compassion for you during this moment when you are going within, discovering yourself, perhaps rediscovering yourself, or discovering what it is that you are truly looking for in this lifetime. Perhaps that's what they're being called to do, and I actually really do think that. I'll get to that, but then they have actions speak loudly. Express your love through actions. I mean, I can't make this up. Like, expressing your love through actions, that means, show compassion for someone. That's what your person is being guided to do. Then they have back to what you love, reevaluate your desires. I think this is them having to do some of their own reflection, own evaluation, to figure out what it is that they want, where they're being guided to, and then to act on that by showing you compassion. It's very interesting. Then they have, sorry, these are getting kind of messy. Answering the call. The time is now. They are being called to take action on something, to go forward after something. Every single person on this planet, our journeys through life always start with a call. So what is your person being called to do? They're being called to take action, show compassion, show support, show love. Perhaps these are things that they were not doing before. And they have the Queen of Cups. Page of Wands. Page of Swords. Focus. Camera. There we go. Honestly, what I think this is, Queen of Cups. She is the most intuitive queen of the deck. She is all about her emotions, showing love, showing compassion. Perhaps this is your person being guided to step into this energy. I have a feeling the type of person that you need, she's being called to transform into. Again, nothing is gender specific, so it could be a he or a she. Two queens. I really do think this is your person. I feel like your person has both of these energies. One of stability and nurturing, one of love, compassion. I feel like this is what you're moving towards. But the Page of Wands, this is a passionate start, exploring. This card is not focusing on camera, but this card is one of creativity and passion and moving in a direction that, is some sort of fulfillment for you. She doesn't want to. And then the Page of Swords. This is a card of clarity. Perhaps your person is having clarity of the steps that they need to take on their own journey to get where they want and where they need to be. And perhaps you two have different paths, but you are going towards the same destination. Your situation, Knight of Cups, and the Artist. The Knight of Cups and the Artist. The Knight of Cups is an offer of love. Either you or your person is getting ready to offer a cup of love. And the Artist, this card represents mankind being called to, how do I say this? Being called to see beyond our physical plane and know that we have this connection to Source, and encouraging us to pursue that connection with Source. I believe with all these other cards here, I think you, Aries, are being called to recognize this connection to Source. And know that once you finally have acknowledged it and recognized it, that's when you'll be able to get this Two of Cups. What's crossing the situation? Judgment. Oh, Judgment. This is divine stepping in to change the course that you're on. Put you back on the right path. Maybe you strayed. And that's totally normal. Everybody does. At some point, we're all here on this journey, and part of this journey and this journey of self-discovery, you have to stray from the path to take stock of everything that you're thinking and feeling, that you've learned, so that you can get back onto the path with a renewed perspective. And I believe Judgment, what's crossing this Knight of Cups and this, the Artist, you know, which is really our connection to Source, is this judgment, this divine intervention, this turning of the wheel, this ending of a cycle, this beginning of a new cycle, so that you can go after your outcome. The Nine of Cups. Wish fulfillment. Just one cup short from your Ten of Cups, which is the absolute happy, fulfilling, emotional card of the deck. This Judgment is turning things in your favor so that you can find and come into contact with your Nine of Cups. It's right around the corner. This is your outcome. That's wish fulfillment. That is so exciting. For your advice, look at the bigger picture. I mean, if that's not what this, these cards, remembrance and integration, are about, look at the bigger picture. Take a step back. What do you need to release? The past lives. Because guess what? You're very close to achieving your goal. I mean, I can't make this up. This is incredible. Bottom line, look at the bigger picture. Find out what it is that you need to release. So you can go after your Nine of Cups, your goal, whoever that is. This Queen of Cups and Queen of Pentacles. Aries, this was a great reading. I think this was a really good reading. You are, I believe, in the midst of a spiritual awakening, and you are coming into contact with your person who is probably going through the same thing or a similar thing and trying to figure out how that's going to work. And I really do think that things are going to work out. This is going to work out. This is good. Nine of Cups. Aries, if this reading resonates with you, please leave a comment down below. I would love to know how this relates to people and their stories. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in a couple weeks for your second half of October reading. Take care.